I decided to go on to my YouTube page and go live. Well, I thought I was going to go live, but apparently I don't meet the requirements yet to go live. Notice I said yet because I will soon, I'm sure. Um, Speaking that into existence. But I wanted to go live and discuss quickly why I decided to finally say no. So, a lot of times we hear that there's power in the word no, and we have to tell others no, because a lot of times we give too much of ourselves out to others and we leave nothing for ourselves, right? Um, so I feel like I've mastered telling others no as a means to really just focus on their shell. But what I realized was that I wasn't telling the most important person no, and that was me. I wasn't telling myself no to mediocrity. I was allowing myself to sit in mediocrity and let that be my reality when the universe had provided me so much evidence that that's not who I am. I cannot do anything half. I cannot not complete a task. I have to see it to completion. Um, and if I don't, then I am left feeling unsettled, unsatisfied, um, and unsuccessful. So what I realized was there were several things that I had started in life and didn't finish. And I had given myself all of these excuses as to why I didn't finish them, how this wasn't for me, and well, I don't see what that person sees. What I started to understand was that if everybody is seeing the same thing in you, then maybe you need to change your glasses. Maybe you need to clean your mirror, and you need to actually take an X-ray of your own life and see what it is that all of these strangers are seeing in you that you are not allowing yourself to see. And so people would come up to me and tell me, how like, oh, you're such a light, and you exude this radiance, and you're such a powerful person, you're very influential. And I'm like, to who are y'all talking to? And if I'm inspiring you, if I'm influential to you, then teach me how to do it to myself. um and again, that's when I realized that I had to tell myself no, because it's so much easier for me to listen to all of the negative talk that I hear in my head about myself than to hear all the positivity. And so I had to tell myself no. So that little voice in my head that I am now, understanding was Satan's way of really trying to keep me out of my greatness. I had to tell that no, and I had to say no to the lazy spirit that was growing inside of me that wouldn't allow me to live out my greatest potential. So with that, I had started with Paparazzi as an independent consultant. I love the jewelry, and again, another person who was pretty much a stranger to me. I mean, I'm gonna find out we knew one another. Well, I also knew her mom, um, but she's my upline in paparazzi, and I was a customer of hers, and she just kept telling me like, Nisha, I'm telling you, you'll do great in this. And I was just like, no, I've done several network marketing businesses. I'm not doing that. That's not for me. But I love the jewelry, so I'll just keep purchasing from you. And so something just hit me one day. I was like, well, Nisha, just go ahead and try it out, right? And so in my mind, though, I told myself, I'm going to do this just, well, if I'm buying it from her, I might as well just buy it from myself, right? And so that was my reason for doing it. I was like, I'm just going to buy it for myself. And um, I got to, I started buying all this jewelry, and I was like, why are you buying all this jewelry and you're not doing anything with it? So then I had like boxes of jewelry sitting in the house, and I was about to stop again. And I was like, no, I can't quit. Like, I cannot go into this and not at least give it my all. And so I decided to say, forget it. I had told some people that I was selling it, and so I was selling it on the side, kind of, but not really doing a lot with it. And I was adamant about, oh, I'm not gonna go live. Like, no, I'm not doing that. And I really had to kick myself and was like, why aren't you? Like, so because of your pride, because you don't want, like, you're afraid of what other people are going to say about you, and like, but what would you tell someone else to do? And so I really started motivating myself. And more so, how many of you are accustomed to not following your own advice? Like, I'm big on that. I will give great advice and not follow it myself. And then I said, no, I get to follow my own advice and I get to be great and live in this greatness, right? And so I hosted my first online jewelry show. And had people tuning into the show. I was super nervous, but people tuned into the live show. People were purchasing items, and I was like, you have all the evidence. Why aren't you walking in it? So I had to really tell myself no to listening to that voice that keeps telling me that I can't, and really focus on what it is that I know I can do, what I see as my potential, and start speaking life into my existence. So the power of no for me has meant that I am running two up and coming um, multi-billion dollar businesses. And I'm just speaking all of that into existence. I will, hit a rank within my company, within the paparazzi company. I will do that within this year of being an entrepreneur and an independent consultant with paparazzi. And then I have a women's group, Sisters Walking Abundantly in God's Grace. So SWAGG Events is what it's called. And I will see double revenue than what I saw last year within SWAGG Events LLC. Like, speak life into your existence, and don't give up. Don't be so quick to give up on yourself. Um, because if other people keep telling you that they see it in you, there's something in there. God has placed something in you that is great, and he's waiting on you to actually walk into it, and walk into it blindly. Like, you don't have to have the blueprint all already, laid out in front of you in order to really trust God. That's where trusting God really comes in, because, a lot of times he will just tell you to go somewhere and to do something. You have no clue as to how or why you are doing it or how it's going to get done, but he told you to do it. And so trust that he's going to give you provision to make the vision that he has given you come to pass. So this is just a quick video to encourage all of my followers to really, know and trust that your greatness is already there. You already possess it. You just have to tap into it. All right. Enjoy this beautiful day.